So
Yeah, I think he's chosen to play this 10 down into this corner because it was a little bit harder for it to get into that middle with that 6 being there.
and he'll just stop the ball here, wouldn't he, Tony? For the 15.
Yeah, he's just looking to stop it. Yeah, but he's
Nice.
he's come up all right.
So we've got Jimmy, the Professor Henry alongside of me, Tony Van Wyck. Hope you are enjoying this coverage. This is the Bounty Hunter 8-ball final.
Okay, be looking just to run this through. Come back up for the 12.
Yep. Ooh, didn't quite, maybe.
Not too bad. He's a little hampered, but he'll just run this through and come back for the 15.
Not quite enough weight on that, or too much?
Not enough.
Not enough. So he needed to come past.
Higher. Yeah,
he needed
higher.
to come past that 4-ball.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, because what happens is when he plays the angle, he ends up high, and he'll end up got to snook himself behind the black.
Now here, opportunity. What? He's playing the purple.
It's the 12 ball.
He is playing the 12. Okay. He could have potentially kissed the 12 onto the.
See how he could have gone high and ended up snooking himself behind the black? He's actually just played that excellently.
Okay.
And I think it's going to put the black in the same pocket.
You see, well, you have to come off 2 rails here, Jimmy, with a bit of side running.
Is he a bit short? Oh no, look at that spin.
Okay, he's made it a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. He'll just focus on the pot here.
And let the white ball go.
Yep. He's even got a handbrake on that 6 if he wants to screw off it.
Okay, so fascinating. Just watching a master at work. Doesn't matter what sport it is at the highest level, you do have to admire world-class athletes. And Teutscher, well, just giving us a wonderful display at the moment, isn't he?
Well, he hasn't
Certainly
missed yet,
makes the
has
game
he?
look easy, doesn't he, Jimmy?
No.
He hasn't missed a shot yet.
2 frames to nothing suddenly. And now Mark Chiu, the silent assassin, well, he's going to need to find himself a position on the roof and see if he can line Teutscher up somehow. Because at the moment, it's not going his way. He'll be disappointed, I guess, Mark Chiu, with that first break. Really, the object of the break is to put something down, surely.
Definitely, yeah. You have to put a ball off the break.
Certainly on the back foot every time
Yep.
if you don't get that ball off the break, yes.
Now, just for people at home, you are wondering, like anything, world-class equipment here at Massé in Pukekohe. So they are, as we mentioned, using the Predator Arcadia Reserve Professional cloth. They've got the Predator Arena table lights, which in themselves, there's a lot of technology in those too. They don't favour any one part of the table, do they, the lighting? It's beautiful across the table,
Yes, well,
which is really important for the players, I would imagine. Nothing sort of having an optical illusion, is there, or having shadows?
Shadow
right.
lines, absolutely, yeah. It's very important that you don't have that shadow lines because that can hamper you when you're looking at the ball. It sometimes doesn't quite look the same, but
Yep.
when you've got that beautiful light covering that table, it certainly makes a difference.
So like all sports, a lot of subtleties. So here goes Teutscher now.
Breaks from the same spot.
Brings the white ball back into
Look
the
at
middle of the
that.
table quite nicely, and it gets an excellent spread.
And one of the overs gone down. Might have been the 13, is it? The 11 maybe?
Yeah, the 13 and the 4 ball's gone down.
13 and the 4, okay. Boy, he's played at such speed, isn't it? Very hard to pick up from the break.
I think he's happy to go for the small ones here. He's just got to worry about where he's going to put that 4 ball.
Actually, it's a 7 ball that's gone down.
He might be looking at the plant here, Jimmy, no?
Okay, let's just explain the terminology of the plant. So just explain what, just in basic lingo, what the
Okay,
plant
could be
is.
looking to play the 15 onto the 4. Because
Okay, so that's the striped brown ball, is it?
correct,
Is that
that's
brown?
a big ball.
Yep, so he's playing that.
Yep, so in these rules you can actually play the big, no he's not playing that, but that's what he's...
So he could, even though he's going for the unders,
Yep.
he could still play. He can nominate the big ball first to kiss the...
Yep, so what he's doing is he's still nominating small ones, but he's playing the 15 onto the 4.
Okay, which is something you can't do at home.
You can do it in these rules, but you can't do
No,
it in
not at
some
home. We'd be snookered, wouldn't we?
Okay, so he's decided to take the 1 ball here
I think he's looking to
and
get
kiss
it
into
split.
that 4 ball.
Yes.
Oh no, he's got a good angle on the 2 to get to the 4.
Okay, so Teutscher, there is nothing sort of even remotely fluky about what this guy does. Everything he does has intent. Everything he does has intention. So what can he do? He so far
Just be looking to roll this in so he can stay on the 4.
did not have to sit down. And Teutscher, well, makes it easy, doesn't he? Comes back, sets up beautifully now for the 4 ball.
It's got a little bit of a funny angle here, Tony.
You know, I think he'd be okay. I think he'll just, like, he may play a little bit of side on this, Jimmy.
So he's going to come back for the 6, the green ball
No,
in the
he's
middle of the
playing
table.
bottom right.
So he's going to play bottom right.
Yep. Come up for the 6.
Yep. So come back up for the 6. Yep.
Oh, hang on, look at this. This is a bad
It's not what he wanted.
kiss there.
So possibility here that he plays safety and somehow looks to snooker Mark Chiu. What are the options now, snookering wise? What can he do? Because he doesn't have a lot of balls left on the table, so he is limited in his options.
Very limited.
So he's very limited.
He's in trouble here.
Because he's touching the 6 ball, he's limited his options.
So he has to just pull off a big shot here. Otherwise, he'd probably lose.
So this is a key moment in this game. Are we about to see a momentum swing for Mark Chiu? He would have played this, he would have practiced this, he would have been in this position many times, Teutscher, but the lights are on. It is finals time, the TV cameras are rolling. Let's see what sort of temperament he has.
It's a big cut.
It's a big, big cut here, looking for the bottom right corner. You didn't quite pull it off either.
Okay, so it's gone in the middle pocket, which doesn't count.
Because you didn't nominate that, so that was a fluke. So therefore, Mark Chiu.
This is an excellent opportunity for Mark. All the balls are pretty much out in the open.
Well, it's really, other than the break in the second frame, this is the first chance we've seen him at the table.
I think he'll be looking to take this 9 ball, and then the 11 ball. So stop shot 9.
He's opened the door.
Ooh.
He's opened the door. But now he's just kissing the cushion himself with that white ball. So
Yeah, I think he's come back a bit further than he wanted there.
So now, not an easy shot here. Not an easy shot. He's got the 14 green.
He's in a bit of a conundrum because he's got the option.
Or does he play the 11?
Yeah, he's going to play the 14.
So 14 green. Middle pocket. A key shot, great shot. Does see what he does with the white. Sets himself up nicely now for that 11. Bottom pocket, right-hand corner. Good play here from Chiu. A man simply known as the Silent Assassin.
Very good.
Okay, just touch this ball in. Get on the 15 straight.
Okay, the key shot here is when he plays this 15, he's got to get the right angle to get up for the 10.
Yeah, 10 at the top of the table behind the black there. So, like what we saw from Teutscher, he's thinking about the shot he's about to play, what the second shot will be, and then how that will lead to that 10 ball arguably at the top of the table.
Yeah, he'll stun this, and he'll have the angle that he needs to stun up for the 10.
Okay, what do you mean?
No, he's run it through.
Okay, when you say stun it, explain that terminology to people.
Okay, a stun shot is when you stop the ball dead.
So you put backspin on it. And
No,
then
middle of the ball.
Middle of the ball.
Just below centre, yep, and that normally stops the white ball.
Okay.
Okay, but he's on the wrong side of the 12 here. He's got the wrong angle to get towards the 10, head towards the 10.
So wrong side of the ball. So he's not worried about sinking the 12 ball here. He's more worried about he's on the wrong side of the table because there's little he can do with the white ball and sending the white ball up the table to play that shot sitting behind the black.
That's right.
He'll be screwing off the 12 to come off the side rail up for the 10.
Okay, so looking to...
That's all he can do, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Boy,
And he's
look at
lost
the
position.
screw on that, and he puts it down. Wow, that is pressure. That is pressure. Opportunity was presented to him by a rare mistake from Teutscher, but he didn't walk through the door. It was ajar, and now Teutscher will come to the table, and this guy does not miss from here.
No, Mark Chiu certainly let that one get away.
Definitely. Just the wrong side of that one ball.
He's ended up too straight.
So
Little screw back to the middle of the table. Perfect.
yeah, nicely done. And what does he do here with the white?
He's going to screw it back a little bit towards the middle of the table again. Near that middle pocket on the left there. Right there.
Nicely. Look at that. Wow, what a technician, eh? I mean, if he wasn't a snooker player, you'd figure he'd probably be a heart surgeon, such as the precision.
I'm surprised he hasn't moved the shark rack.
That'll be all right. Punch that in.
And there it is. Suddenly it's 3 frames to nothing in the race to 7. Marco Teutscher So what is he, 51% Kiwi, 49% Dutch, or is he sort of 49% Kiwi, 51% Dutch still?
Yeah, I think
He's wearing
coming
the
towards,
silver fern, isn't
yeah,
he?
he's coming towards the Kiwi side.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is.
Slowly.
There he
I
is.
think we've turned
He's
him.
got a he's got a nice, beautiful Kiwi girl.
Okay.
So he's halfway there.
That's the old saying, isn't it? To anybody out there, young men watching this or playing this, don't waste your time chasing the girls. Become a champion, and the girls will chase you. Can we say that?
Yeah.
You could say that.
We can say that. We sort of said it with a smile on our face, didn't we?
Or any of you girls out there that are interested in playing the game? It's certainly
Yeah,
not-
I know. I'd love to see more women playing it. And there's no reason why the women shouldn't be as good as the men. It's not a strength-based sport, is it? This is hand-eye. You know, there are a lot of sports that I think really we should have parity. You know, lawn bowls, darts,
Yep.
this. You know, there are a lot of sports where shooting. So let's see what Mark Chiu can do.
Okay, he's breaking from the same spot.
Really needs to put something down here. And again, is it another
Try.
break? Luck just not going his way. And boy, it's a good break. It opens up the table for Teutscher. He's got his options. Does he decide to go with unders? Does he go with overs? He'll survey the table.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
either here.
Stripes. No,
Either either
definitely
here.
stripes.
Yeah, it just depends on how you're feeling. you know.
Okay, the professor, why stripes? Looking at that, what makes you think he's
Well-
going to go stripes?
Well, they're all there on one side of the table. Up the top side here, they're all sitting there.
Yeah, and the white ball's closer to the stripes.
Yeah, but I think he might take solids here.
So if
Because
you ever meet a
solids-
guy called the professor and he tells you to put your money on something, don't listen to him. Do the opposite.
That's right. No, I think he likes the solids too because he's got the 15 tied up over here and he's also got a 10 ball which he
Yes,
can't really play in
yeah.
either of these two pockets. So he's looking at his options here and he's thinking, well, hang on a minute, I've got to make it easier rather than harder.
Hope you are enjoying our coverage. This is the Massé Bounty Hunter 8-ball final between Marco Teutscher and Mark Chiu. Co-commentators are Jimmy the Professor Henry and Tony Van Wyck.
Okay, I think he's a little hampered here, Jimmy. That's why he's sort of questioning what he's about to do.
Yeah, he can't get to a small one or the solids. The 7 looks a little bit risky going past that 14.
Look, he's got a group there, hasn't he, of 3 overs closest to him, but clearly he doesn't see anything beyond that.
Well, he probably does, but he's weighing up his options and he's thinking, well, the small ones are already there over the
Yeah.
bin where he's got obstacles to try and get around.
Not an easy shot, and Paul, not an easy shot.
Beautiful.
Sometimes that shot can be more difficult than some of the tight angles that we see them play from.
Okay, draw to the 6, get to the 6, the hardest ball there.
Yeah, he's pretty much in position now, Jimmy.
So he'll come back, and play the
2 ball next.
2-ball, which is the blue ball in the middle of the table. And then he'll come across to the 4.
Well, he's got 3 options.
Now, this is the reason if you like your pool, you like your snooker, your 9-ball, this is the reason why you need to stay in class. You need to learn your geometry. You need to know your mathematics. This man is a master.
Okay, you can put the 1 and kiss into the 14. White ball.
I
or
think that's what he's going to do, Jimmy. I think that's the better option. As long as he sends up high on this so he can go back up table for the black.
Look at that spin. Look at that spin. Look at the control here. Now, that would be a difficult shot for most people at home. He
Well,
is
it does.
already looking down the table and he's already looking at where that black is, saying, right, I've got this. I just need to know where I'm going to put the white. Got a little bit of work to do here, though. This is not an easy shot. Not an easy shot at all. So he's got 12 and 11. Potentially, particularly the 12 ball, cutting off the angle. So much composure, so much grace, and as simple as that, it is 4 frames to nothing for Marco the Shark Teutscher.
Well, Jimmy.
two dry breaks and
That's the difference.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of playing Marco myself, and I only made 2 mistakes against him. I missed a black and did a dry break, and I lost 4-0. So I know how Mr. Chiu feels.
And a $50,000 because you didn't realise he was scamming you.
I wish. I wish.
A little bit of yeah. No, it's some of the great movies though, isn't it? The Hustler. You know, it does go on in the States, doesn't it? These pool sharks that come along and sort of, you know, sort of play dumb a little bit and let you win 1 or 2, get you into false sense, fill you up with a bit of alcohol, and then
Take your money.
it's all ugly after that.
Reminds me of most of my friends. Yeah.
Hope you are enjoying the coverage of this. And just wanted to acknowledge that the Predator Arcos balls, the number 2, are the ones that are being used. And we might just talk a little bit about that shortly, just in terms of the types of ball on the market and what they all potentially offer. Well, again, that's the difference, isn't it? Options now.
The balls are breaking very well with that shark rack, Jimmy.
Definitely, yeah.
A great spread, don't you? Just makes all the difference.
Well,
There's nothing tied up there.
Well, I want to just chat to you because we were sort of playing a little bit before we came on air, and I was playing with you there, Tony, and you were talking about you were struggling a little bit with the ball that you were using on a particular table. You said it was too slippery, I think. I mean, for most of us at home, a ball is a ball.
True. But, you know, you go to your local pub and you're playing up with a beaten-up ball, a ball that's been bashed and smashed around the table for months on end. You know, these are brand new balls just come out of the box. They've been cleaned. There's no muck or grease or grime on them. And, yes, they are quite slippery, so the ball does play slightly different when it's a bit slippery.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they wax them there, Tony. They put the wax on.
Right.
Makes-
What does the wax actually do for
Definitely.
the ball? Gives it a
Well,
better roll?
Yeah, it spins more,
Yep.
catches more,
So just
more responsive.
subtleties that go with this game. And while we've been talking about the equipment and the Predator Arcos 2 balls, Marco Teutscher just continuing to do what he does best, and that is pocket a lot of pull balls. It really is just so calm too, isn't he? He's just got such a good temperament. Just never looks sort of rocked or panicked.
No, well, he's been in isolation for 2 weeks, Mark. So I think he's been really...
Well, I'm going to experience that a little bit later on in the year.
He's been chopping at the bit to get back on the pool table, I can promise you.
Yeah. What do you mean? The Massé didn't send him one into his hotel room? A
Yeah,
nice
they
hard
should've.
high granite table?
Oh, no, Jimmy was busy.
Lift it through the hotel window as we see
By a
Teutscher,
crane, yeah.
as we see Teutscher continuing his domination. So let's just have a look here. The 4 ball,
He'll be stunning across here.
bottom right.
Yeah, run through and back and
Try and
behind
come
it.
back and now play the 7. Difficult white shot here with the white ball. What does he have to do to get back up and
Well,
put
he's got
that
to
8
avoid-
ball? And he's got 2 options, hasn't he, really?
Oh, that's just natural.
Got
And
to avoid
behind.
this ball here first.
Yeah. And behind the black.
Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Look at the weight on that. Wow. Wow. All you can do is stand back and admire. What a wonderful shot. And as simple as that, the man from Eindhoven, who now resides in Hamilton, takes control of this final. 5 frames to nothing. A masterclass. And the silent assassin, Mark Chiu, well, he can only, needs to sort of reach deep into that bag and look for some answers.
He doesn't want a dry break this time.
He certainly doesn't. He's certainly behind the pump, under the pump here, Jimmy. Mark, he needs to...
So he's had 2 dry breaks. What does he now need to do? Does he move the ball somewhere? How does he break that? How does he somehow try and shift momentum?
Very difficult, very difficult.
A lot of it comes to luck, a little bit of luck.
I think the problem that Mark's got here now is that because Marco's in such a commanding lead, and the way that he's breaking at the moment, there's no way possible
Nothing to lose.
that he's got anything to lose right now.
So it's all or nothing. We're going to see some high stakes. 8 ball now. He's going to have to take his chances. He's going to have to back himself. Go back to those days where those pockets felt like they were soccer goals and he put everything in. Remember those days. Draw upon that.
Okay, he's changed his break here now. Second ball break, maybe.
No, he's hitting the front of the pack.
So he does.
Just off. Straight, that's
There
where
you
he's
go.
at.
Now he's got himself the overs. Went down.
Now, because he's broken from the side of the pack like that, he hasn't quite got the same sort of spread.
As Marco
He's
gets.
basically pushed the balls to the one
So he
side.
solved one problem but potentially created another. Okay, so that's, isn't it, for every act? What is it? I didn't stay in school that long. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction, isn't there? Is that right?
Absolutely. Okay, so he's got a little bit of work to do here, but it's not too difficult. I mean, he'll be looking probably to take stripes.
The Only hard ball there is the 10 ball, Tony. Everything else is on.
Yep.
So he needs to get to that ball early.
He'll probably play this 11 into the centre, and then maybe play, sorry, the 15. Maybe, is this the 15?
That's the 11 there,
It's
Tony.
11, sorry. Yeah, can't quite see on the screen there.
You sort of sense if he makes a single mistake here, that Teutscher will go to match point.
Definitely will do.
So he's going to need to be composed. He's going to need to back himself, and he cannot afford to hesitate.
No.
He's got to have clarity. Got to have clarity.
And composure. Come
If
on,
you
Mark.
are inspired by what you see, do get yourself around to one of the Massé clubs in the Hamilton-Auckland region. Of course, this being played in Pukekohe. We'll be back here next week again for the Sunday night shootout. It'll be on a Monday night though. 9 ball will be the format. Looking forward to that. Nice. So, 1 down. Is it a case when you're 5 down, do you have to simplify it like that? Like you can't eat an elephant whole, you can eat it in small pieces. Is it just ball by ball now for him?
Definitely ball by ball.
Yep. So it's just where Marco can go, well, I can afford to look at 3
That's right.
balls. I can afford to look ahead. But, you know, pressure suddenly, you've got to bring it back to basics, don't you?
Sure. Yeah, Mark, I mean, with Marco having a 5-0 head start, certainly an advantage. The only thing that could slow him down now would be dry breaks. But with the way he's breaking at the moment, I can't see that happening.
Okay, so one more. One more. Has he got enough weight on it, though? Does he come back? Does he play the 5 here?
Well, I think the key ball here is try and get up early on that 4. I mean, if he leaves that 4 till late, he's certainly got to play a shot here where he's going to get position on the 4.
Okay, the 7 first, Tony.
Yeah, he's
Then
gotta
the
play
5.
The 7 and then the 5, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's got to play the 5 because he's got the 10 as an obstacle.
Let's have a look here. So he is going to looking well. Initial intent said the 7, but Nate makes a readjustment, doesn't he?
So I want to soft screw this back and get the angle so he can play back up the table.
Just watch that white ball. Just puts it on a dime, doesn't he? Beautifully done. Now we'll come back and play the 5, and then 5. What we'll straight leave it there. Play the 6.
Definitely, yeah, run forward. If he's got no angle again.
So you're expecting the white here to trail the ball.
He'd be looking to get on that 6 early and then screw up for that 4. But he's got to play the perfect weight because he's got to get on the 3.
So it's not an easy table. It's not an easy table. The scary thing is the overs are spread. And a guy like Teutscher, if you open the door,
He's screwing back here.
Yeah, for the 4. Oh, for the 3. That's a good shot.
Great shot. Great shot from the silent assassin, Chiu.
What does he do here, Jimmy? Does he play that 4 and stun out for the 3? So he's got a better angle to get on the 6?
Yeah, well, he's got no angle here, so he has to take the 3.
Is that 4 even on into the middle, Jimmy? I mean, sorry, oh no.
Yeah, that's on for the middle.
Yeah.
So he's going to punch it and get back behind the black and 4. There you go. Perfect. Is it?
It's not going to be easy, is it? Not an easy shot. I wonder if we can just get that aerial view here and just have a look at that. Let's just have a look at what he is playing here. See if we can get our director to have a look here. So primarily looking to play that sort of purple ball there. Let's just see him do this.
Off 2 rails.
Wonderful camera
Behind the
angle.
net.
Great shot. Wonderful shot. That is great pull. That is brilliant from Chiu. Boy, he's had to work this frame. He's had to work. He's had to use all of that concentration, all of that experience. This has not been an easy table.
Just got to keep still here.
He's just got to hold his composure for this one more shot. Soft screw back up for the black into the same pocket.
So key moment in this game, trying to shift that momentum. Great shot.
Beautiful.
He's got enough weight on it. Beautifully done from the silent assassin, Chiu. And there it is. He finds himself on the board. It is 5 frames to 1. It is Marco Teutscher leading Mark Chiu.
Marco's still in the box seat here, Tony. One good break here, and he'll go to the hill.
Yeah, I think though with Mark taking that frame like that, it certainly gives him a sort of a little bit more perspective of where he's at.
Well, he had to work at it too, didn't he?
Oh,
Which says that
definitely.
he's seen it well, and he had to play with some, pressure was on him, and he rose to the occasion, which is great because he knows who he's playing. He knows the reputation of the man. We saw the CVs prior to the start of this. A lot of people would have wilted under that sort of pressure.
Definitely, yeah.
Would have waved the white flag, not the silent assassin, not Mark Chiu.
That's probably the hardest clearance for the night so far.
Who knows?
Hey?
But he hasn't really done a hell of a lot wrong. He's just basically
Dry
had a couple
breaks.
of dry breaks, and with Marco getting his break and clears, and then there's 2 dry breaks, there's 4 frames. So he's only really lost 1 frame, if you put it like that,
Marco spends a lot of time on his breaks. Hours.
Well, it's
what
like
he
anything,
gets.
isn't it? Gravitate towards your strengths or gravitate towards your weaknesses. And the reality is you've got to gravitate to both. Great break from Teutscher. He's got his options again. Look at the spread on the table. Look at the spread on the table. So your immediate thoughts here, Professor?
Oh, I'll take the solids. Take the one and get into the middle of the table.
Tony?
Great break once again. Yeah, take the solids. Yeah. I mean, you can see definitely from breaking from that top ball how they get the better spread.
Yep.
He could take either the stripes or solids. He'll still probably clear.
I think either it wouldn't matter.
This game here to take him to match point if he wins this frame. Looking fairly casual. He's had the grey jumpsuit on all night. First time I watched him was a 9-ball in a Sunday night shootout about a month or so ago, and he just reminded me of the gunslinger arriving in town. You don't mess with the gunslinger. And, very, very laid back, very humble guy, but when he crosses that chalk, you see a master craftsman.
It's like a switch, mate. He's turned it on.
The reason why he's wearing a sweatshirt, a little bit cold here
It's very
in
cold.
Pukekohe.
I can actually feel it on my back. Okay, he's chose for the solids. He's ended up nicely on this 4. He can either take the 4 or the 6.
Okay, so just for people watching this, just look at the thought process here. I'll use rugby for a lot of rugby people out there. You often hear about them saying how many phases. See a first 5 saying, well, I'm going to kick here first phase, and then that should mean that he's going to return it, and that'll be second phase, and no different here. It's about thinking 1, 2, 3 steps ahead, possibly even beyond that.
Yeah, he's already mapped this out, Mark. He's just basically weighing up his options. Yep.
He wants the easiest shot first.
They talk about the great players, don't they? They can just see things from a plan view from above, and they can see it so much quicker than other people. They can just sort of see how things are going to play out, and that comes with experience, and sometimes it's just an inherent quality. It's what we call X factor. And this guy's got both, hasn't he? Experience and X factor.
Okay, he wouldn't have been looking to hit that 4 like that. He was actually looking to come around the back, but he's still okay. Just weighing up his options here. Yeah, it becomes muscle memory, Mark. It's like, the more practice you put in, the more you become familiar with how the balls roll, how the cushions react, the same. So, and then you just learn to map it out. You just learn that, you can play that shot to get to this shot. It's actually quite simple when you've basically got the basic fundamentals under your belt, but, the pressure's the other side of the game.
Well, that's it too, isn't it? It's all very well, and then suddenly the pressure goes on, and suddenly things become greater than the sum of its parts, and the clarity they have when you're playing with your mates doesn't always appear when you're playing in tournament play. Lovely shot. Now, what sort of weight has he put on this? Is that what he wanted to do? Has
Definitely
he left
not.
himself his options? Professor.
No, he's out of position here.
So why is he out of position? Let's talk about the 5, the orange ball in the middle of the table. Is that the target ball?
Yeah, well, he can take the 2 ball
Or
or
is he
the
going
5
to the
ball.
2 now? He's going to the 2 by the looks of it.
And if he does pot this 2, he'll be in perfect position again.
So pressure shot, key moment.
Okay, 2 ball, come across the table. Hopefully for the 5-7 finish. Oh, there you go.
Now he's opened the door, hasn't he, for Mark Chiu now. He'll be disappointed. It's probably one of the worst shots he would have probably played, I would have thought, by his own high standards in recent times.
He went
Where did it go wrong?
Just went a little bit of the line on the 5. He wanted to get to that 5 to make it an easy finish, but he was on the wrong side.
So now, the silent assassin Chiu, we've seen him win the previous frame. He did it through being patient. He did it through just sheer determination and grit. Does he have options here to play with a little bit more fluidity?
Yeah, they're all there to be taken. Start with the 14, which is the easiest ball, I'd say.
A key moment now in this game. Are we seeing just a little bit of a momentum swing?
Okay, he doesn't like the 14 ball because it goes past, maybe squeeze past that 12, but he doesn't like that shot. Too risky.
Okay, so if you're not sure what we're talking about, the balls there are on the graphic below. The green 14. The orange 13 and the red 11.
See, he doesn't want to take this shot on because it's tight. But he's going to.
Well, most normal people won't take it on, but when you're at this level, you do take it on, because that's why they're here. And people like myself are sitting here talking about it.
A little bit risky, but this is the winning shot. If he pots this, he wins.
He pots it, and he
Beautiful.
sets the white up nicely. So he'll come back now. He's got the 12.
Yeah, the key shot here is to get on the 15 earlier rather than later. Sorry, the
11.
11, sorry.
11, okay. Just plays it. Ooh, just a little bit
I
too
think he's
much
okay.
weight. Is he okay?
No, I don't think he can cut it.
Let's maybe see if we can just get that aerial view here and have a look at the table. So we will just bring up that aerial view and just have a wee look.
No, he can't get past the 2.
Wonderful shot. Great coverage.
He's going for the 15.
To Michael, for our director. Brilliant, brilliant shots.
Yeah, this is a little bit tricky because these side pockets are never easy, and he's got a little bit of angle here. So it's all about the pace too. He's got to try and make sure he stays on the right side.
And this is what they call the money ball. If he gets this, he gets the money.
Never looked like missing, did it, from the moment it left the queue. So he's got himself out of a bit of trouble here.
And he's got a lovely angle here to get back up for the
Difficult shot though.
13.
13 ball.
And then he's got that 9 ball down the far end that's just sitting there kissing the cushion,
Yeah.
which will be in the back of his mind.
They all just link up to each other. Their mark. This links up to the 13. 13 links up to the 9, and the 9 links up to the 8.
So what does he do with the white ball here? Does he allow the white ball to trail
Yes.
the 13 as it goes in? And
Yep,
what,
it'll be
try and bring
travelling up.
it down and kiss the cushion?
No, he doesn't need to actually kiss the cushion. He just wants to stay high. So when he plays the 9, it automatically goes towards the 8. So
Okay.
he just hit it in soft.
So
Leave
let's just
himself
have-
an angle.
Just have a look at what he does with the white here.
There you go.
Bit
Perfect.
shaky, but
Perfect.
perfect. And so, chance to bring it to within 5 frames to 2.
Okay, I'll just play this with a little bottom right, just to stun it out for the black in the middle.
So there you go, you can see the angle on the ball there, bottom right's what he's talking about. So if you're looking at the white ball, imagine taking a black marker pen and drawing across through it, and you'd have 4 quarters suddenly. That's where the spin is generated from, and it's that simple. So Mark Chiu pulls back another frame, 5 frames to 2 in the race to 7. You're watching the Massé Bounty Hunter final between Marco Teutscher and Mark the Silent Assassin Chiu. Well, you feel a little bit better about things at the moment, won't he?
Definitely, yeah. He'll be
And
settled in now.
I do, for the first time, Marco Teutscher, he's having to deal with just a little bit of adversity. Is there any doubts in his head? At any point, does he start to sort of just second guess himself, or has he got enough experience to be able to just move on?
No, he'll just forget about that last game, put it down to, okay, I played one bad positional shot there, it cost me the game. It's the same for both of them. Any one shot can cost you a game. You know.
Sure.
So it's basically just recomposing yourself and just going back to the basics.
Real important frame coming up here.
Really important frame.
Yep.
Yep.
Mark needs to get a ball off the break here.
And then he needs to clear this table, because you do sense, if he doesn't, Teutscher will. Somewhat uncharacteristic in that last frame.
Yeah, I think Mark will be a little disappointed with not finishing that last frame, so he'll be certainly hungry to get this one.
Again, comes right across this far side of the balk line. So the danger here is the positioning of the white ball on the angle. So
Okay.
Yes.
So he's got a
5 ball in the centre.
So he's got an under, has gone down, but he can still choose whether he wishes to go with overs. So if you are just joining us, that is the different rule here for 8 ball at this level. At home, you would be unders. That is what you would play because you sank an under off the break. Here, they still get the option with the second shot.
Yes, that's right, Mark. These are world rules, so obviously to establish the set, you must pot a ball. Even though you've potted a ball off the break, you can then either go for an under or an over.
And that'll just be based on mapping, won't it? As
Yes.
we've talked about, as you said, they've already done the calculation. They've already looked at it. You know what we're looking at, we all sit at home, we play one shot into one pocket. We're not even thinking about where the next shot is. They're thinking 4, 5, 6 shots ahead.
Yep, and Mark will be looking at the table and he'll be thinking, okay, that's 11 and 6 here. These are my
That's
two
the
hard
problem.
balls, my problem balls here. So how do I get to those two early?
And one way is to take the overs because there's balls around that 6 to open it up.
One thing we haven't seen a lot of, and we see it a lot more in 9 ball, one thing we haven't seen so far throughout this final is we've seen no one at any point play any positional play to snooker.
Correct. Yeah, it's a pretty open
Is
game.
that more because of the way these games have played out, or is that just the way 8 ball traditionally is?
Yeah, well, in 9 ball, there's only you got a position for 1 ball. In 8 ball, you got many other options.
Yeah, I think the table plays a big part in it too, Jimmy, because like if you played this world rules on an English table, you've got a lot tighter pocket. You've got a smaller ball, a smaller table, so you've got more chances of snookers because you're not going to be able to pot those balls and clear as easily as you can on a 9-footer.
Okay. So, intriguing contest. Right, let's have a look here. So, Mark Chiu. 1 down. 1 down, quite a bit of weight on that. Does he play that 3? Or does he look to come back down the table?
Yeah, you can play the 3. 3's all right, or the 7's easier to get back to the 3. And just keep him at the table. The key here is that 6 ball.
So that 6 ball is
Yeah,
the
I think
green ball down there in the middle of that triangle is the ball we are talking about. That is the difficulty. That is arguably the key moment in this frame. Arguably the key moment in maybe this final is what Chiu can do in and around that green 6 ball.
He's having a look at it now, what pocket it
At
could go
what
to.
point does he play it?
He can't play the 7 because he doesn't have the angle to get down for it from the 7. No, he's looking to play it high from there.
Well, he could play the 4 onto the 2 and disturb the 6 that way.
So you
Yeah, I think that's a little risky.
do have to nominate your pockets unless it is obvious. So nice shot now. He's got
No,
options.
He's got the bad angle.
He wants to play the 6, but what's he going to position for here, Jimmy? He's going to have to deep screw it just to get the ball to come back off the side rail to get on the 2.
So fascinating. So he's got the 2 there, closest to the pocket, the 4 ball in the middle, and then the very difficult 6. Everything he's doing now is around what he does with that green 6.
And he doesn't have a lot of pocket to play into either with that 2 being there.
No. Tricky situation. Oh, he's taking the 6 ball now.
So he's going to go for the 6 ball. Let's have a look at this. Great camera angle.
He certainly doesn't have a whole pocket to look for.
Oh, great shot. Did he get? Does it count? Does it count? That is the
counts.
question.
It counts.
It does count. So he nominated that pocket. I'll get you to just talk us through there why maybe I had a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, well, the thing is, even though it's a combination, if he played a combination, sure, he would have had to call it, but he didn't. He only played the 2 off the 6. The 6 off the 2, but he was going for that corner pocket. You don't have to nominate if you're going for the corner pocket.
Okay, there you go. So
He's in a good position here now. Just done across the table for the 2 ball on the side rail.
So 3 balls in the black remain to try and bring it up to 5 frames to 3. Definitely a momentum swing. 3
Okay,
frames
he's not
to
quite
nothing.
where he wanted to be, but he's still got a shot here. The key shot is to get onto the side rail.
He doesn't want to kiss into that black because that'll push the black safe there, Tony.
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty good.
He's okay. Okay, I think what he's going to do here, he'll play the 1 and he'll look to come back across the table
1.
here.
There's no 1 ball there.
Oh, sorry. What's this ball?
That's 9.
Oh, sorry.
So 9 ball is the yellow.
Sorry. The 2
Over.
ball. He'll be playing the 2 ball.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble here.
So we talk about it. You get yourself a great shot to get yourself out of trouble, but because the type of weight that you had to play that shot with, you suddenly put yourself back in trouble with the next shot. Tough sport. But play one at a time if so, and that's what we're seeing. Now look at this shot. Look at this shot.
Goes into that 12 ball maybe.
Oh, beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Now what's the weight doing to set it up
Perfect.
nicely? Perfect. That is great play from Mark Chiu. Now, what point?
Okay, the key here is to avoid the 10. So he's playing the 4 into the centre to go back down the table to come up for the blue into the top right-hand corner. But he's got to avoid the 10.
Okay, so he does not want to be putting that 10 ball down. So look at what he does here. Looking for that side cushion. What does he do with the white though? He has another look at it, and I think he sees what you're saying, Tony. He just is so conscious of what that white ball might do with the 10 ball down the table. And so he'll come back. He'll have a wee look at it again. Key moment. How big is this shot in the context of this final? We've said it a few times.
This is the money shot, come on.
I think you go past that 10. Tony sneak past it.
I think you better
Just-
close it with the top.
He
Yeah,
puts
he's
it
got
in,
it.
he does
He's
it
got it.
beautifully.
What
Has
about
he
the
got
weight?
enough weight on it? Enough weight on it, it's rolling. It's going to be a tough shot, but maybe good enough. He doesn't look happy though. He doesn't look happy. Let's just maybe see if we can get another aerial shot look at this too at some point.
Cut a ball.
it's cuttable, but it's
Let's
still
have a wee
difficult.
look. So there you go. He's got that.
No, he's going to cut it.
He is going to look to try and cut the ball. Look at the angle of the cue on the white ball here. And he does
There you
play
go.
it, chips it drops down. Wonderful, wonderful 8 ball from Mark the Silent Assassin Chiu. It is 5 frames to 3. It is game on.
Played that with
Wow.
a bit of check side, didn't he, Jimmy?
Definitely,
that
yeah,
was
the
very
white
well
ball.
played. Very well played. Oh, well, it's good to see that Mark's peeled 3 frames in a row back there, so...
Yeah, well, he's knocking on that door over saying, you know, I'm going to live rent-free inside your head. And at what point does that come, you know, where you go, oh, Mark Chiu's living inside my head rent-free. I've got to get him out of there. I've got to get him out of there. But I've got a feeling with Teutscher, that's not something that really bothers him too much. He probably quite likes the challenge, I think. So
yeah, it's good to see it's a bit more of a contest anyway, you know. We don't really want to see Marco run away with it. We'd like to see both players at least have a chance.
well, you've got a fighting chance, but there's not a lot in it. Eh? We talk about sport at the highest level. You're dealing with 0.001% in performance sometimes. And the moral of the story is when that alarm clock goes off at 5:30 in the morning, never push the snooze button. It's 10 minutes a day, it's 70 minutes a week. It's the difference between losing a frame and winning a frame. You boys wouldn't have pushed the snooze button in your day, would you, lads?
Don't have an alarm clock, don't need one.
Okay, the big break.
You're noticing the white position versus Mark Chiu different.
Look
Is
at
that a
that.
dry break? And we
Is
said-
it?
I'm not sure.
It is.
It is a dry break, oh my
Is
goodness.
it a dry break?
He's back in the game if he gets this frame.
Wow.
Isn't it funny how
Wow.
the game can turn?
Just how things can turn, and it's a good spread of balls too. Immediate thoughts here, Professor.
The
What's
big
he going
ones.
to play? He's going to go overs. He's going to play the big bad boys. He'll be looking. Quick mathematics in his head.
Only because of the 3. 3 ball was in the safe position.
Well, I was looking at my clock. Oh, I was looking at my watch at about 15 minutes ago, and I think, you know, we'll be out of done and dusted in 10 minutes, and suddenly 20 minutes later, and it's 5 frames to 3, and it's game on.
Yes, momentum shift.
Yeah, I think Mark will be thinking here, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to get back in the match. I've won 3 in a row, I've put the pressure back on Marco. He's dry broke.
It's my chance. Okay, just to the middle of the table. He's got options there.
Yes, just get a sense with Mark, though, just we have seen some situations where he's got himself out of difficulty and he put himself back under a little bit of pressure, and you sense that he maybe doesn't quite have the clarity that Teutscher has when he is under pressure, and he's having to work at it just a little bit harder.
Yeah,
But he's winning.
Yeah, hard and professional.
Yeah, I think you find though with Marco, because he has had the overseas experience and he's played up against the big boys, he just soaks that pressure up. I mean, this is really just a Sunday night badge for him, to be honest. No disrespect to Mark, but the cream will rise to the top.
Not all straightforward yet. It's got so many options here, Tony.
Yeah, it's just a matter of him holding it together there, Jimmy, and making sure he plays the right option.
So Mark Chiu, he was the 2019 Auckland Regional 10-ball champion. He also won the 9-ball Auckland title in 2020, so he's done well at a regional level. And showing that form now, has he got enough weight?
Perfect. Play the 9-15.
That's the call from the professor.
Yeah, as far as pool players go in New Zealand, he's a relatively new kid on the block. I mean, he's been around a few years now, but he's certainly come up through the ranks and proved his prowess over the years and to become a relatively good player.
So 9-ball is the target. You can come back across for the 11. Or does he go down and play the 15?
Yeah, I think he plays the 15 here. Screw back for the 11-14, black in the middle.
Yeah, you might just punch this out slightly, Jimmy, and rather than try and do the screw. It just depends. If we've got a little bit of angle here, I'll probably look at punching it out.
Yep.
He'd rather run high to get on that 14 than run low.
That's right, yeah. Yep, stop shot. To the spot
Just
on the
soft
table.
Stun, soft stun.
Towards the spot on the table. Oh, he's gone a bit too far.
He's okay.
So Mark Chiu, fight of his life, battling back. He's in control of this frame. If he can maintain his composure and play the type of pool that we've seen him get through to this final.
I just think he'll just roll this. Oh no, he's looking to play it up.
Yeah, up and down the table.
So let's have a look. Walk down. There you go. Straight
Perfect.
back up. Boys picked it nicely. So alongside of me, two of our finest players, and Jimmy the Professor Henry and Tony Van Wyck. Lovely to have them alongside of me. Hope you are enjoying this coverage. If you are inspired, do get yourself along to one of the Massé clubs around the northern region.
Nice stop shot.
Nice from Mark Chiu. Now, you
He's
just
back.
sense he's getting into a zone, don't you? That he's now got himself up. He's playing with more freedom. He's got that clarity. And suddenly, it's 5 frames to 4. Within 1, it is game on. The race to 7.
Yeah, I think the difference here, Mark, is
Yeah, where did
the
it change?
the difference here is 9 ball's a different game. 9 balls you've got a position for ball, whereas 8 ball you've got a few more options. If you get out of position in one area, you can take another ball in another area. So it certainly opens your options.
Oh, there we go. We just dropped a headset if you're wondering what the noise is.
Shit, sorry. All right, so is it Mark to break?
Yeah, we're wanting a good break here, won't he? He really cannot have a dry break here. He is in this game.
Well, I tell you what, guys, if he breaks and gets one off the break here and clears this frame, it's certainly going to put a little bit of pressure on Marco, and he'll be thinking, well, hang on a minute, I was 5-0 up.
Yeah, and it's amazing, isn't it? How do guys who are so used to winning suddenly deal with pressure when they come along thinking, look, I respect Mark Chiu, but I do expect to beat him. Suddenly things don't go your way, and then we do start to find out the character a little bit, don't we? Now, we all believe that Teutscher has got enough international experience to deal with this pressure, but you just never know.
Well, he's dry broken again there, so the balls aren't quite as attractive as what they were in the last frame, but certainly a lot of work to do here.
And that's what happens when you break from the side.
Yeah, I think
Get
too,
more clusters.
when you get yourself into this position, you have to sort of think to yourself, okay, well, I'll just take it one ball at a time, one frame at a time. You can't put too much pressure on yourself. You can't say, well, hang on a minute, I'm 5-0 behind, what do I do now? You just got to play it one ball, one frame at a time, and just hope for the best from there.
Teutscher, he'll already have his game plan mapped out, won't he? He'll know potentially.
Yeah, this is not an easy clearance. I mean, he's got
Solids.
a few obstacles there. I think he'd be looking to go for solids because he's got the, obviously with the 5 and the 3 here, these are sort of tied up. And he's got a few more options.
Oh no, he's going stripes there, Tony.
Oh, he's going stripes, it's unusual. Okay, he's held it for the 10.
Yeah, but he's got the 15 and the 11 problem.
So now we start to see how much weight does he put on that white ball now, and where does he look to bring the white ball back to. So this is fascinating. This is what separates good from great right here.
So he's
going
playing the 10.
to play the 10 ball, which is the blue
2 as
and
a
white
break.
stripe ball.
2 as a break.
And stay on the 15.
Down this ball.
Okay.
Plenty of options.
So let's have a look with what he does with the white here. So the target ball is the 10. Puts that down. Plays it beautifully. Now come back for that 12. Or does he look to play back up the table?
He wants probably, if the 12's on, he wants to get in line with the 15 up the corner.
What he'll do is if he plays the 15 into the corner, he'll stun onto the 13 so he can stay on the 12.
Yeah, but he'll take the 12 now, Tony, and get to the 15.
Okay.
So 12 ball, which is the purple striped ball in the middle of the table, is the target ball for him. And then he's looking to try and bring that white back up. Plays with a little bit of vigour, plays with a little bit too much weight.
Yeah.
So certainly got the option with the 14 ball at the top end of the table. And he just needs to really just stop that on a dime, doesn't he?
That's right, yeah.
Come back and then play that. Is that the 13 or the 11 at the
13.
It's the 13. So sometimes just trying to pick up the subtle changes in colour.
Stop it there.
He just stops it there, comes back. Beautiful weight. Look at that. Just on a dime. Now, what does he do with the white here? He screws that. He's got some difficult shots coming, though. He's got some difficult shots coming.
Yeah, I think he's going to play this with a lot of running side, but he's certainly going to struggle to get position on that.
So he wants
11.
straight shot. That 15 was always going to be his problem ball.
Yeah, he should have played this earlier.
Yeah. But he knows what he's doing, so he's going to come back into line on the 15.
He hasn't got a big window there, Jimmy, but you know, we'll just see what sort of class the man's
Well, if
got.
anybody can do it, Teutscher can do it. And I'm not sure we've seen it. A Chiu is this good
There you
in
go,
this country
perfect.
for a long time. And look at the weight on that now. Let's just see if we can get the aerial shot here. Just have a look at what the 13 and the 11, how they are positioned.
I think he's not on this 11.
There we go. So that just
It's
gives
on the
you an
15.
idea. So
Might be just on, I think.
are we going there with the orange or the yellow ball?
The brown ball.
Can't
brown
play
ball,
the,
my
can't play
apologies.
the 11. He has to play the 15.
So the 11 is the red and white ball you can see there.
Yep.
So he's going to have to play the 13.
He's just got to watch out he doesn't snooker himself behind the 7.
He's got a very difficult second shot here, whatever he does. Very difficult second shot. But
There
look
you
at
go.
the weight, look at the weight, look at the class of Teutscher. Is that the defining moment? Is that the defining ball in this final? Wow.
Played that lovely.
Brilliantly played.
Yeah, just a soft screw here. Or he could put it into the bottom corner, Jimmy. What do you think he's more comfortable
Yeah,
with?
he's just going to just roll this in. His stun run is very good. Have you seen it?
I've seen a few shots. Yeah, personally, I think he'd just soft screw this. I would.
Yeah.
Play it into the middle.
Yep. There you
Just
go.
a little bit of backspin on that, just brings it back. And this should be fairly basic fundamentals for him. And there it is, 6 frames to 4. Well, the pressure came on Teutscher. He had lost 4 consecutive frames, but certainly he's got a head like granite, this man from Eindhoven.
Yeah, I think
Match point.
he managed to keep his composure there, and he ended up coming away with a lovely dish there. So
And left his 2 hardest ball for last there, Tony.
yeah, he did actually. I certainly wouldn't have probably played it that way, but he obviously saw something different than I saw.
Yeah, he knew they were both on, that's why he played it that way.
Okay, we've got Marco sitting on the hill now, and Mr. Chiu on 4. So
Surveying all those below him, sitting on the hill, looking down below them, saying, boys, I'm standing on the top, you've got to come and get me now. So he has a 2-frame buffer. It is match point to this class act who's just spent 2 weeks in isolation, having just come back from the World 9-Ball Championships over there in the UK. And he finished 17th there, and by his own high standards wasn't that happy with it. But you do have to understand that, being here in New Zealand, it's long landlocked and doesn't quite get maybe the access to some of that European competition as a run into a run-in tournament like that. But we certainly know the class of him. It's only a matter of time. You are watching an absolute marksman.
Definitely world-class player.
Oh, dry break, is it? Dry break. Door open again. Oh, white's about to go down, is it?
Scratched.
So what happens here, Tony?
Mark's pounced off his chair. He can't believe his luck. Okay. So what's happened here, he's gone on off. He must play the white ball from behind the line. He can only play forward of the line.
But he can play it anywhere, can he?
No, he must play it from the line, but forward of the line.
Inside the kitchen.
Yeah,
so he can't play the 6 ball, 2 ball, 10 ball or 1 ball.
Okay, so he's got to play beyond that. He's got that sitting there with that 12 ball if he decides to go with overs.
Just like to do a big shout out to Massé for this wonderful venue. You've done an absolute brilliant job on setting this up tonight.
Oh no, it looks amazing. And I do encourage people, if you like it, get yourself out to Pukekohe next week. 9 ball again. It's part of the Sunday night shootout. It's actually going to be on a Monday. There's nothing wrong with that, having a Sunday night shootout on a Monday. It's just more because Jimmy and my fellow commentator over here, Tony, they like to sleep in on a Sunday. So we've moved it to a Monday.
How did you know, Mark?
I know.
It's
No,
my
I
beard,
just
mate.
sensed it,
So
boys. I
comfortable.
just sensed it.
So what are the best ones here, Tony?
Okay, sort of just mapping this out and thinking, okay, what's the best option here? I've got that 4 and that 13. So what am I going to do?
Got to be solids.
Now, that's certainly important for Mr. Chiu here to stay composed. I mean, he's 2 frames down, race to 7, so he'll just be looking to keep it together here and take another frame, hopefully.
It's got to get to that 4. The only hard ball on the table.
So 1 down. Now, I think he's through those 4 frames he's won. Certainly by the time he got to that 4th frame, he appeared to have a lot more clarity. Does he put himself under pressure?
Yeah, I think the key shot here is if he's got to get position on that 4 early. So he'll be probably looking just to stun off this and cannon into the 14. Use the 14 as a break.
Okay, so he's allowed to do that.
Or
look at the balance, look at the composure, look at that form. Beautifully played. Too much weight though.
he's okay. He's okay.
That's okay.
So he's going to come back now.
He's got options here. I mean, if he plays this weight right, he'll come off 2 rails, end up high on the 3.
Taking the 4, take him into position on the 2 or the 5. Tough cut, but if he misses here, he loses.
Yeah, relatively difficult shot here on the 4, but he's got to be careful here not to undercut this.
Okay, so
he's got options at the top of the table, so just be looking just to cut this in. It's just dead weight.
Do or die here from Mark.
Angle will take care of itself.
He's got to play it. He's got to play it. Beautifully
Where's
played.
the
Nice
white going?
shot.
Where's
Is
the
it
white
going?
going?
Is it going? No, he's got room. Got room. Boy, we talk about a game of inches. Let's talk millimetres now. Because Mark Chiu, a little bit nervy. Understandably so. He looks across at the table at a giant of the game.
So the hard part here, Tony, would be to get back to that 5.
Yeah, I think he'll stun across for the 5 now. Get on it early and use the 6 to get on the 3.
Wow.
There's no 3 there, Tony. That's the 5 ball.
Oh, is that a 5, is it? No, there's Predator ball, sorry.
Okay, so there's the angle he wants, just a stun down behind the black.
Intriguing contest. So Mark Chiu really now just looking to ram that advantage home. So important this frame. If he doesn't win this, he's going home.
Doesn't look good.
Okay, he's got a little bit too far on that, Jimmy, so he's just
So-
off straight. He would have rather been lower rather than higher, so he can get through for the 3.
The 5.
Sorry, the 5.
Okay, go in behind the 12 ball. Or maybe into the 12 ball. Follow through.
And Jimmy, the professor,
There
with
you
the
go.
expert comments, calls it. Now, how difficult is this shot? Let's just see if we can get the aerial view here.
Very
Gives us
difficult.
an idea. Let's just go to that aerial shot. Plan view looking down.
Okay, how does he play this, Jimmy?
So
does he
he's-
run this through or does he stun it across from the side rail?
So he's playing the orange ball there in the middle of the table. And then he needs to come back for the black. That is where the mind is at. That is what he's thinking through.
You can screw off the side rail here. Screw into the side rail.
He's definitely playing screw.
So you can see that he's playing that bottom right,
Bottom middle.
bottom middle of that white
There
ball.
you go.
Bad as he did a little bit. He's got himself a bit of work to do here. This is not an easy shot. This is not an easy shot.
I saw him
Yes.
practicing these long ones earlier and he was hitting them okay, so hopefully he's still hitting them okay.
These sometimes can look fairly fundamental, but arguably that white ball's got a long way to travel before it connects with the black, and a lot can happen in that distance. Not a straight shot here. How important is this? It's going, it's gone. That is good. That is very good from the Silent Assassin. 6 frames to 5. Wow, what a final.
That was a great shot.
It was fantastic.
He just lined it up and it was do or die there.
Marco will be thinking to himself, hang on a minute, I was 5-0 up.
It's not supposed to go this way. Now, I keep saying it, I've talked about key moments in this game and key moments in this final, and this shot, basically, the tournament hangs on it, but I'm going to bring it back now to this break. This break, how
Definitely.
important is this? He does not want a dry break.
We thought we were all going to be tucked up in bed about half an hour ago.
It's 13 minutes after 9. We start at 8 o'clock. We go to hour 15. 11 very highly entertaining, fascinating games, contrasting mindsets, contrasting form, but key shots at key moments for both players. It's a beautiful thing.
So he needs the ball. He needs the ball to control the table.
Got to say, magnificent looking table, isn't it? The Brunswick Gold Crown 5. If you are looking at buying a world-class table, certainly do check out the Brunswick range.
Okay, he's taking the jacket off.
It's got serious, I think.
Now it's business time. Well, are we going to go to...
He's going back to the head ball.
Go
Feeling confident.
straight down Broadway. Good
a
solid break. Dry break, is it?
Yeah, he's got one in
Oh,
the
he's
middle.
got one in. So the heart rate just jumped up a little bit there from Mark Chiu. And now he's got one down. But let's have a look at the mix. Let's have a look at the spread of the table.
It's a good spread.
It's a good spread, the professor says. Is he going to play overs? Is he going to play unders?
He's got a couple
Definitely
of balls
solids.
tied up there. He's got the black and the 6 up this end, and he's 3 and the 11 down this end.
Definitely solids. Okay, he has to get to this 3 to win the match here. Well, not win the match.
This
on
is
the
the key.
frame.
This is a key shot
Yeah.
right here.
So, first shot off the break, you heard it. Tony Von Wick saying this is a key shot. This is a defining moment. Does he hand Marco Teutscher this championship with this shot?
He doesn't necessarily have to get to the three so early. He's got other options to get
Yeah,
there.
I think to get to the 3 early will certainly take the pressure off him.
So that 3 ball is the red ball.
There it is.
There it
Beautiful.
is. Nice weight on it. A little bit of work to do here though.
Okay, this is what you call double speed, and this is where he's got to play the 3 across the rail, back across to the centre.
And
Four.
I got 51 in school C maths, man. You lost me after.
Double speed means you hit the ball twice as hard as you
Right.
need to get position.
Thank you.
Single speed is single hard.
Yeah, but if he goes top left spin here, Tony, you can go around the 3 rails, which I think he's going to do.
I think that's
Go in
just
behind
too
the
tricky.
13.
That's too tricky.
Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
right, Tony.
got
You
it.
called it good.
Got it. Has he done enough? Has he
Beautiful.
done enough?
He has.
Beautiful. So what does he now look for the 4?
The 4, the 1. The 1's probably the easier one to come back out to the middle of the table, or the 6, or
Okay.
the 2.
Fascinating. What does he do here? He's not worried about what shot he's going to play now. He's more worried about what's going to happen off the back of it. What provides him the greatest option in terms of second and third phase?
Okay, the 1 ball will take him to the middle of the table, where he wants to be.
Black is in a tricky position, surrounded by a lot of balls.
Yeah, I think the key shot here is to play the 2 and get on the 6.
Yep.
So, just having
Okay.
a wee look.
The 9 is a handbrake here, so you can play the 2, cannon onto the 9, stop for the 6.
Or he could punch it and go off the rail and back out to the middle.
No, he won't do that.
Yeah, he's just slow rolled it.
Okay, you could do a soft screw here, or you could just do a nice little run through.
Plenty of options.
Come off 1 rail to get up for the 4.
Okay, so what we mean by rails, literally just the side of the table. So,
Key ball here.
once again, another key moment. Key moment. Cannot put himself under pressure. He doesn't mind if Teutscher does it to him, but it does not want to be an unforced error.
Forward and back out.
Nice weight on that. Has he done enough?
Perfect.
He has.
That's perfect.
Kept himself well clear of that 10 ball, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yep. And then it's just 1 rail up for the 4.
And he's left the black
Be looking to play the black into the centre.
in open space. This to bring it to 6 frames each. And then we go to the deciding winner takes all 7. That's what you want in a final. You want it to go to the edge. And these boys are taking it to the edge. Nicely played. Yep.
Very good.
So
Perfect.
now it's the 4 and then the 8.
Stun run here. Slightly run the ball forward just to get that a little bit better position on the 8.
No, I think you can stop shot, Tony, and just sit in behind the 8.
Just stop it.
Yep. Looks pretty straight to me.
Okay. Just off straight.
Yeah, just off straight is perfect.
Why don't we just have a little look? We'll just see if we can bring up that plan view and just have a wee look here so we get a better look at the line. We'll wait for him to play the shot. There we go.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's dead straight.
Nice shot. Great angle. Michael doing
There
it.
you go. Look at that.
There we go. He comes back. 8 ball down, and we go to a 7th and final frame to work out who will take the Massé Bounty Hunter title. This is the final between 2 wonderful players.
Ooh, caught the edge.
But he wins the frame, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to go to a deciding 7th. Wow. Now,
That's
Teutscher, how much has he been under this sort of pressure here in New Zealand? Not that often. The international superstar. Will he be upstaged by Mark Chiu, the silent assassin?
Yeah, well, Mark and Jimmy, we certainly weren't thinking this score at 5-0,
No.
were we?
No, you talk about momentum shifts though, don't you? And that's what it is. It's about momentum shifts. It's about hanging tough at key moments.
Never give up. Never
give up. No. And now, how important is this break for Teutscher?
Yeah,
Cannot
huge.
be a dry break, can it?
Hugely important.
Huge for him.
He wants just an open table, doesn't he, Tony?
He wants
No
to get a
balls
nice ball
touching,
off the break, open table. Catch you later.
no clusters.
He'll be enjoying this, though. I sort of sense with Marco that a guy like of this calibre, you know, you learn more from your losses, don't you? You come away from it and you go, look, I want to be in this situation. I might find myself at the head table in the US Open in a similar situation, and I need to be able to go there.
Okay, is the ball going to go in? Defining moment. One break. I think he's going to get one. Oh. Yes, here it goes. No.
No, so dry break.
Well, but look at those clusters.
I think he didn't get one.
No.
So, now, Mark Chiu, you sense that he's only going to get one chance here to win this. He's going to need to clear the table. He's going to need to clear the table to win this.
So personally, I think he's going to
solids.
need to take solids
Yeah,
because he's got
definitely,
a bit of a cluster down here, and he's got the 3 to be able to open that up.
The 5.
The 5, so he'd be looking to get that early.
Yeah, but how do you get to the 7, Tony? This is it here. 1. Screw off the 1, kick into the 11, and then it's all there.
Yep, definitely.
Here we go, folks.
Hope you are enjoying the coverage. Here we go. Game on. 14 balls on the table. This man needs to sink 7 of them and then the 8 ball to take this title. And what would be a very, very good title to put on a CV because of the man that he will beat in doing it, in Teutscher. So, the weight now of expectation, does that cue suddenly just feel a little bit heavier as the pressure begins to mount on both players? They'd be great poker players, both of them, because they're not showing a lot of emotion. They look very calm. So playing that 6 ball.
Okay, he's going to get to that 5 and 3 early.
It's not an easy shot though. He has to stretch, a little bit of a wobble, but it drops.
Yeah, I think he's decided to go this way because he wants to get on that 5 earlier rather than later. He wants to split those 2 now.
So he's going to come back and play that 2 ball, is he?
Geez, I would have went the other way, Tony. Left that for last.
Yeah, I think it's a catch-22. I mean, he could have gone that way, but I think he's just trying to give himself a few more options.
Getting early. It's because once he breaks this 5-3 open, then he has to go up table again and get to that 7.
Okay, so 2 down, 2 down.
That's nice.
5 plus 1 to go. 5 plus 1 to go.
The key here is getting position on the 3 ball once he's played the 5.
So he's going to play the 5, the orange ball, then he's going to have to come back. And the 3 ball is the red ball, basically almost kissing the ball at the moment. So let's see what he does with the white here.
Just want to disturb it.
Just disturb it slightly.
Yeah, there it
Does
goes.
disturb it slightly,
Yes.
doesn't snooker himself. The white ball, got room here. Let's just go for the plan view and let's just have a look at this next shot. Here we go. That'll give you an idea of what he's got to play.
No, he's on it.
Yeah, he's on it.
He's on it. So, boys, what they mean by on it, he's got room, he's got clarity. So he might have to play with this a little bit of weight to bring that white ball up to the far end of the table. Give himself an opportunity with the 4.
Yeah, back off 2 rails, maybe.
He's got to put a little bit into this. He doesn't want to come up short.
Definitely not. He wants to be up there behind the 4 ball if he can for an easy finish.
An intriguing contest. He was dead and buried, Mark Chiu. He was gone. At 4 frames to none. Came back, pulled 1 back, pulled 2 back. Before we knew it, it was within 2.
Straight up the table. He's looking pretty good.
Need a little bit more weight, a little bit
Yeah, he
more weight.
did.
He's got enough, though. He's got enough, has he? Let's just go again. We'll see if we can get a look at the angles here that he's got to play with.
Okay.
Let's have a look here. So, he's doing the maths in his head.
Got to be careful here because he doesn't want to end up high on the 3. On the
1 ball. 7 ball.
Yep. The 7 ball is the brown ball. Can look a little orange. Just with a moment. So here we go. He's not convinced. Not convinced.
Oh,
He's
he's
nominated the pocket, so he's going to look to try and play this off the rail into the opposite pocket. We've all tried this at home. The difference is what he does with the white ball.
He wants to get to that 7 ball if it's on.
Because the 7 ball,
This has given him the better option for position.
Yeah.
Why he's playing the double.
so he's confident with the shot. Let's see what he does.
It's the money ball right here.
Money ball right here. That is the word.
No.
No, doesn't get the weight with the whites. Got himself in a world of trouble now. A world of trouble. He does have an option. Let's just have a look at the plan view here just to see what the options are, what the angles do provide us. Great directing here from Michael. Really doing a fantastic job with our coverage. What does he do
Wow.
here, boys?
Okay, yeah, he's going to have
So
to cut that 1 ball.
Plays the 1 ball. And then he's got that very tough 6 to play. So the 1 ball is the yellow. And then he'll come back and play the brown ball.
Way out of position.
He didn't have to hit that 4 as hard as he hit it.
Okay, he's going for another double.
But that's pressure, isn't it? That's what we talk about. That's championship play. Things that you wouldn't normally do. Suddenly, you just lose a little bit of that clarity. Great final, though. Wonderful advertisement for the game of pool. Again, hope you're enjoying it. Get yourself to one of Massé's clubs and halls in the northern region. Pick up a cue. Get yourself involved. These guys, they're no different than you or me. They just spend a lot of time at the table practicing. How important is this? Well, this is everything, isn't it, really? This is the tournament right here. This is arguably the tournament right here.
Yeah, you should have played this at the start there, Tony. You wouldn't have had this problem.
Tough shot. Can the silent assassin do it? He plays the shot. He puts it down. Great shot. He jumps for joy. Jumps for joy. Boy, the emotion. You couldn't see it on camera. But that was hit and hope. And that was superb. That was brilliant. But he's going to have to do it all again.
It was a great
Wow.
double. It was a great double. And the
He's-
fact that he's got position on this the 7 ball is even.
He's even got a shot at it, Tony.
Yes.
Double, double, double.
So
3 doubles
he
in a row.
survives 1. Now he looks to the heavens and says, just 1 more. Just 1 more. Let's just, again, we'll go and get a pan view of this just to have a wee look if we can. So let's just have a look at this shot. What does he do here, boys?
This would be remarkable.
He
if
has to go
gets
for the
this.
double.
So
Another
he's playing
double.
what, this pocket?
That
Yes.
pocket.
So he's playing the middle pocket lowest on the screen is what he's trying to do for people at home. So he's going to play this. This is the tournament right here, you sense. Plays it. Oh, just misses. Just misses. He puts it down, but he didn't nominate that pocket. So he turns it over now.
And this is what Mike has been
Teutscher,
waiting
we
for.
haven't seen him. He's been sitting on that chair. People have been taking photographs of him. He's done his hair. And now he comes to the table.
With no traffic.
I saw him yawning a little bit. Chiu had anathematized him there briefly. Now, the man from Eindhoven. His nickname's the Shark. Don't think they've got the ocean in Eindhoven, have they?
No, they're in
All
the middle
canals
of
over
nowhere.
here, mate.
Just one hard ball here, and that's a 10 ball.
Yeah, I think this is just like
Straightforward.
Just
Well, straightforward until it's
Milking
6
it,
frames
but-
each and it's a final and you've got television cameras on you
true.
and you two boys are critiquing them.
Nah, he's got it here.
Yeah, he's right. You're right.
One hard ball, and that's a 10 ball. He's got to watch out for the in-off here.
Yeah, what's he concerned about? Is he concerned about him running into the 13?
Yeah, there's that, missing the third and going in off. All he wants to do is just put the ball. There you go. Very good.
So the question is, he hasn't been at the table for a while, so how much of a cool down? We've got to get that nervous system back up, if I can
Yep.
use that word, get back into that zone, get a feel for this table again.
Okay, so would he play inside English here, Tony? One of the hardest shots for the 10.
I'll get you to explain the inside English in a moment.
Left hand spin to go towards the 10. There it is. Look at that. Played it like yesterday's breakfast.
And that's a very, very difficult shot.
Very
is it?
difficult.
Very difficult shot. So there you go. That's the professor. The professor tells you it's difficult, it's difficult.
And this is the hardest ball of them all.
He's got a nice little angle here just to stun out for the 11.
Yeah, you just go to,
Or 13, sorry. 13.
to the middle of the table, Tony, gives them options.
Yeah, stun out there.
So Mark Chiu, one defining shot. Might just separate these two. Plays it beautifully. Brings it back into the middle of the table as mentioned. Now,
He's got options.
so we're going to see him look to play the play the 13 ball. And then he's got the 9 and the 11 remaining. So he'll come back then play the 11, will he?
Yep, 11 after this.
So he positions that nicely.
Look at the angle.
What does he do with the white ball here, boys?
Stuns across,
Yep,
or he
directly.
could just stun across into the rail if he wanted, but he won't. He'll just stun up for those two balls.
Yeah,
He won't even
directly
have a rail.
into line on the 9 or the 12 there. There you go. Beautiful. Nice line. Usually the 12 here.
Let's just have a look if those two balls are kissing each other.
Yeah, I think you play the 9 first. Just
Yeah,
soft screw off it.
soft screw,
Stay
yeah.
in the same pocket.
Great camera angle, isn't it? It's wonderful. Gives you an idea.
Look at that.
Yep. So he's 2 shots away from taking out this Massé bounty hunter. Final, and there it is. It should be pretty much done here. Another title to add to his name.
Wow, close game.
And Mark Teutscher takes it out 7 frames to 6 in a great final. The man from Eindhoven wins another and sets a very, very high standard for pool players in this country. Well, boys, you turn up, you want a good final. We got that. Yes, Mark Chiu, he'll go away in second, but he's got to be happy with that performance. He came close. There's a lot of positives to take from it.
Oh, very close. You know, he had the winning chance there. First winning chance, but failed to do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mark there missed his opportunity. I mean, he certainly kept himself in it with that nice double on the 1 and then missing that last ball to get on the black. But it was certainly a bit of entertainment for the public there, and I hope you enjoyed our watch.
Yeah, well, I hope you did enjoy the coverage. We are back here next week at Massé in Pukekohe. It is the Sunday night shootout. It's going to be on a Monday. This is a qualifier for the final later in the year in October. So we look forward to having your coverage. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure on behalf of myself, Jimmy the Professor Henry,
Thank
Tony Van Wyck. We look forward to having your company again.
Thank you.
Good night.